Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, everyone, to the 11th episode, double digits, well, 2 weeks of double digits, episode of the Nifty Cauldron podcast. I'm your host, Milan, and this is my lovely co-host,
Kelly. And 11 looks like two dicks.
Two Dicks.
I love that we both did that. That's great.
How are you doing this week, Kelly?
Good. I'm super glad that I got a day off this week because I have been nonstop suffering for the last 2 weeks with back-to-back busy event schedules with my work. This week, I definitely fucking felt it. I was on the verge of a goddamn breakdown, and I can't wait to have this nice day off and get to do some home stuff that I needed to kind of do in the background. But how you doing, Scoob?
Okay, now my week has been rough. As you know, I got like foot pains last week, and TLDR, it's gout, but it hurt like hell, and it like fucked my sleep schedule. I didn't get any sleep. I couldn't walk, like I couldn't like cook. Like it was just like it was rough times, honestly.
Yeah, and this is after coming off the end of a cold too, so you kind of got like a double dip of just fuck you.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm fully over my cold yet, so I might still get, you know, that's what I'm looking for, where it like comes back, like, you know, like when you get a cold, then you get better, and then you get sick again.
Oh, like relapsing, basically?
There we go. Yeah. So, you know, my autumn is starting off strong, I guess. Just weeks of suffering.
I mean, yours was like physical suffering. Mine was mental anguish. So together we make a super depressed person.
Hell yeah! Like this is the point where clinical depression intersects with seasonal depression.
Oh yeah, we're at our apex at this point. We've melded into one. We formed like a very painful Voltron. Hell yeah!
Do you get seasonal depression, or have you ever had seasonal depression?
It's hard to tell just because I am constantly sad.
Sure. But also California doesn't really have the winter vibes, right? So it's, you know, like it's not like it gets dark over there at 4 p.m., right? Or anything like that.
Oh no, it still gets dark around like 4 or 5 p.m. for sure. But however, I don't really get seasonal depression, I would say, because this is like my favorite season. Like I love fall and I love winter. I love like actually being able to like layer and wear like cute outfits and boots and like all the other shit, like cats and boots. And I like that's like what I love. So for me, I don't really get seasonal depression because this is like my prime time. I would say if I did get seasonal depression, it's like in summer when it's like a boiling lava magma fucking volcano and I crave death and I never go outside. So
same. I mean, I'm on, like, I've never had seasonal depression because I just love winter. I love it's cozy, it's nice and cold. I get to stay inside without, you know, feeling like a fucking recluse, even though I am. It's just, I don't know. I've always liked winter, and as a kid, you know, and as a teenager, like snow was like, hell yeah, dude, fucking love snow.
Snow, I can't relate on. I live in California, and if you want to see that shit, you need to go up into the fucking mountains.
Yeah, I mean, now I don't mind snow anymore. I hate ice because there's always the fear of slipping, like falling on my hip or something. But when I had a car and it snowed really bad one winter, and it really sucked to like get up at like 6 a.m. to clean your car before work and like that. So I think that's the winter I got really turned off of snow. Like, man, I really don't like snow anymore. You know, I like to look at it, but I don't like the work that comes with it, you know?
Yeah, literally cannot relate. California.
Yeah.
Who's that? Who's Snow? Never met her. She's a nice girl. I've okay, dead ass. I'm thinking about it, and I think I've seen snow, like physically seen snow and felt snow and like been in snow 5 times my whole life.
Damn. That's insane, right?
Yeah, it's definitely not in double digits, unlike this podcast. 2 dicks.
2 dicks.
It's I've definitely only seen snow like a handful of times, or been in snow a handful of times. One of them was like in the Grand Canyon, and then I packed the wrong socks. I was like a kid, and I packed the wrong socks, and then my socks ended up getting like I packed the wrong boots too. So then my boots were just like rain boots. They weren't like snow boots, or they weren't insulated. so the snow just went right through it. And then my feet almost like froze off, and I just remember getting like being on the verge of essentially hypothermia, and like us going on this Grand Canyon tour of watching, you know, like where you go on a train and then they show you the Grand Canyon, which you can't see because it was fucking snowing. And then basically like robbers come and they try to rob the train while you're on it or something like that. It's like a cool little thing. And yeah, I was unconscious for most of it because I was too cold to be conscious. And I remember waking up and somebody gave me one of those like authentic bottles of Coke that has like the original sugar cane in it, like the Mexican Coke. They still do it right down in Mexico, so hell yeah. But I remember getting one of those as like a souvenir thing, and then just being like cool, and then passing out again and losing consciousness.
Damn. I mean, I didn't even know.
My dad had to rub my feet for like 3 hours.
Oh no. So first of all, I didn't even know it snowed in the Grand Canyon, right? Because I've never been, obviously. So
no,
for me, it just seems like it's the middle of the desert kind of area. Like I'm not sure where it even is. You know, like on the map, like I have no idea. Colorado?
Oh.
I don't know.
Arizona.
Cool.
Nevada.
Sure.
Wait, fuck. No, I don't know where the fuck the Grand Canyon is.
Sure. But it's like, you know, in movies,
you know where the Grand Canyon is.
Like in the movies, like I've never seen snow in a Grand Canyon or anything like that, right? So I just never knew it could snow. But it's funny that you bring up hypothermia. Do you remember? This is a throwback to our first episode where I mentioned like before VoIP and all that, where I had to call you on the fucking landline to talk.
Yes.
Do you remember the one incident where it was fucking the middle of winter and I called you, but because my dad was sleeping, I went outside in the balcony to like not wake him up, and we talked for a couple of hours. I still remember one very vivid conversation about the pronunciation of Yowie. Remember that?
Yes. Yeah.
And afterwards, I didn't have hypothermia, like just like one stage before it. I forget the name.
I don't know the name either.
I knew it, but that's what I had, and I literally had to like hold my hand under like pretty much boiling water like 20 minutes to get like any sensation back. Yep. Because like an idiot, I went outside in like fucking PJs, and obviously I didn't have a headset or anything like that, so I'd hold the fucking landline phone for like 3 hours.
Yeah,
while we talked.
That's oof.
I mean, it turned out it was all right, but it's like, damn, like good thing we didn't talk longer, because I could have definitely led to hypothermia. Yeah, because it was below freezing, and I was just outside in fucking PJs. Like, fuck it, dude. I need to talk to my friend Unga Bunga. You
dumbass bitch. But also,
I mean, yeah, I was like, what, 15? Of course I was a dumbass.
I mean, yeah, that's prime fucking idiot hours.
Yeah. Then I fucking blanked. So I guess to jump into another spicy topic,
hypothermia,
which we can like maybe segue from hypothermia depending on how we do it. Twitch itself and the DMCAs and all that drama has been going on.
I am not up on the times with the drama. I've been very busy lately, so I have no fucking idea what the fuck's happening. So you want to tell me, and I will live react.
Sure. So, you know what a DMCA strike is, right?
Yeah.
If you play copyrighted music, and then the label goes like, no, that's our shit. If you don't take it down,
we'll kill you.
We'll sue you, right?
You gotta do the Gundam Wing like fucking hero, like I'll kill you.
Gosh. So, Twitch has like it's an automated system at Twitch. Like YouTube has its own algorithm, and when you upload a video that has DMCA, YouTube will tell you before it goes live. Okay, you can either mute this section, or you can just upload it and monetize it, and then all the monetization will go to the label, the rights owner. Twitch doesn't have that. So with Twitch, if you get 3 DMCA strikes, you're permabanned forever. Just you're out. and like every single song that you play is a potential strike. Right? So in theory, like you could be streaming for 10 years, and if you play like 3 copyrighted songs in like the first 10 minutes of like your latest stream, you could just be permabanned. It's a huge issue right now because the labels are finally catching on. They're like putting their eyes on Twitch. So people are getting DMCA strikes already. Like the worst offender I've seen, this one blew my mind. It was from a Just Chatting streamer, Jake and Bake. I don't know if you know him. He's pretty popular. He got flagged for a clip from 2.5 years ago because he was walking past the store and that store was playing a song. So it's like, that's just insane, right? And to segue it back to hypothermia, because once you get hypothermia, you have to like cut off the limb. It's dead, right? Twitch, because it's owned by Amazon, Twitch is losing them money every year. Like they're not generating any revenue. So worst case scenario, Amazon might just shut it all down because they're a selling / shipping business, right? Like they're not a live streaming service. So if Twitch becomes too much of a liability, they're probably just gonna axe it,
Well,
so for any streamers out there, stop playing copyrighted music, delete all your VODs and clips that have copyrighted music, and pray. That's it. That's the only thing you can do. Like I expect in the next 6 months, like a lot of big streamers, like XUC and like Nick Merckx and people like that.
Like muting the whole shit where they do where they mute the section that has the copyrighted music isn't helping.
It's not helping because Twitch's software to detect that, it only detects about 10% of the copyrighted music. So a lot of tracks just go through. Most of them, like 90% of the music just goes past that filter, right?
Oh, okay. Well, shit. Because I noticed on one of my latest playthroughs of Monster Camp, the ending theme song apparently was copyrighted and it got muted in my VOD, and I was like, okay, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But do I need to delete that VOD now, or because it was muted, it's safe?
It should be safe, but I will say with an asterisk, you can get a DMCA strike while you're live. Like if you're playing a song live, they can be like, "Hey, no, that's our shit. Here's your strike."
I didn't even know. I didn't even know that song was fucking copyrighted. I thought it was made for the fucking game.
Yeah. So I will say, in that case, I think it falls under fair use because obviously the Monster Camp people, they licensed it or they bought the license for it, and you have by extension license to play the game and stuff like that. So I mean, I would still delete the VOD, like archive it somewhere, download it, delete it to be safe.
What?
Okay, well, to put it into perspective, how many times have you beaten Monster Camp?
Just once. Well, sorry, I've beaten it twice, but I only let the ending theme song play once.
Fair, but like, do you want to get a strike over that in the worst case scenario, and or possibly sued? Do you?
No.
Right? Because it's like the annoying part is you can't appeal. Like if you get 3 strikes, you're out, and you can't like appeal that to anything. It's just you're permanently banned from the platform. You're done. And whichever strike you get, it's a lifelong DMCA strike. So if you stream for the next 30 years, let's say, and you get a strike today, 30 years from now, you'll still have it.
Yeah, this shit's fucking whack.
It is very whack. So, I mean, it's sad to say, to see, right? That, like, especially people who've been streaming for like 5 years or 10 years, right? Who now have to delete all their VODs. That's like years and years of memories. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I've been streaming for a few months. That's like, there aren't really any memories there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'd be really salty if that happened, and it's so like, hey, it's all jump ship to YouTube. I'm just kidding. But it's just that's kind of like really whack, like super whack.
I mean, it is, but it's also been a long time coming because, you know, that's what happened to YouTube. That's how it is on Facebook. That's how it is on every platform. Just Twitch was never big enough where the record labels really cared to like pursue it. But now, you know,
now they are.
Yeah.
Well, I hope y'all get your royalty-free music fucking pussies stepped up. I've been using royalty-free music for my thing. Stop doing your fucking song request streams because you're gonna get fucking slapped. And I guess everybody just clench your buttholes because the record labels are going in. And you know what? We have remember when fucking Napster was a thing and fucking Metallica was just like, stop pirating music.
Yeah, and I mean, this is the extension of that, right? Because the laws are still the same as back then. It's just so the biggest issue, right, is that the record labels, like, we have the technology already exists where a bot can go through your content and identify every song in like half a second. And so it's like, you know, it's not like, oh, they're working on some shit. So no, the technology has been here since yesterday kind of deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, just definitely play royalty-free music. If you're unsure, a safe bet is classical music, because obviously the copyright has expired, so that's always, most of them are royalty-free, like old classical music like Beethoven and stuff.
Rocking some chopping.
Yeah, some chopping in there. Yeah, some chopping of like Beethoven.
Beethoven.
But one thing that I started doing actually a couple weeks ago, maybe almost 2 months ago, when my player broke, I switched to Stream Beats, which, if anyone's familiar with Harris Heller or Alpha Gaming, streamer, YouTuber, made his own record label and just is making DMCA free copyright music that anybody can use for free anywhere. And there you go. So I think currently it's like 500 tracks.
Yeah, I mean they have plenty. They have plenty of options. Like there's Stream Beats, and then there's also like Pretzel Rock. There's another one too. Something about a cat. I
believe it. I just found Stream Beats. I'm like, all right, this is good enough, because I don't really play music other than like when I'm starting up or like ending. So like music in like a 4-hour stream is maybe like half an hour, you know. So it's like I don't really need to like curate a specific playlist or worry about that stuff, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I also don't really use I only use them really for my opening screen while I'm like legitimately still finishing my makeup or I go live, and I just kind of run it in the background, but I don't really use it otherwise.
Yeah, like I think it's more common depending on the game, right? Like if I was maybe like a League player or a Dota player or something like that, then I might just have it running. You know, I think I played music during my Path of Exile stream, because it's, you know, it's like it's pretty brain dead and it's just chill vibes. You know, like those types of games, I would probably definitely play music. But so yeah, for the people that are actively playing music, and even if you're only playing music like for 5 minutes on a stream, make sure it's like, you know, DMCA free, it's not copyrighted, so you don't like lose all your shit or basically nothing, right?
Get nuked. Yeah. Or if Twitch even exists in 6 months because of all the copyright issues that they're having. If so, then fuck me. But yeah, protect your pussy, block your butthole,
wear protection. Pee after sex.
Yeah, always pee after sex. Sonic the Hedgehog quote.
Yeah.
2020.
Salt your pasta.
Yes, add salt to the water when you're boiling your pasta. One, it lowers the level of which the water will boil, so it'll boil faster, and that it seasons the pasta, makes it more delicious.
Yeah, there you go.
It's went down a weird raggedy road.
I mean, are you new here?
I know. First time.
First time, yeah. Like this
First time meme on the screen.
This is what we do.
Yeah, absolutely, 110%. So yeah, that was my live react to the new DMCA rules that I had not fucking heard about or any fucking info about. So pretty wild shit. So everybody, yeah, protect your pussy. They're coming for you. Hashtag.
Oh yeah, like the music label is so big. Like it doesn't matter. Even if you have like 100K viewers, it doesn't matter. That just means you have more money to sue from. You know, and you're not going to win that lawsuit. I can tell you that.
The record labels have
all the power.
All the power.
Like when Google is afraid of record labels that they like had to make the algorithm from for YouTube that took them millions of dollars and thousands of hours of manpower to be able to safely and quickly give the record labels money. You should like rethink your stance about oh, I'm too big to fail, or I'm too small, they won't care about me. Like, no, they'll squeeze fucking water from a rock if they can. Like they want every penny.
The record labels are omnipotent. They know.
Yeah.
They can smell blood in the water.
So just be safe. If you're unsure, delete all your VODs, clips, all that. I mean, I guess you can double check clips unless you have hundreds of thousands or hundreds of clips, but
you can't relate one.
Yeah, right. So, but in general, like unless you play music during your stream, clips should be for the most part be safe, right?
Yeah, but speaking of clips, I saw that you got some new clips on your recent playthrough of Phasmophobia.
Oh, you mean fucking Sweaty Armpits the game?
Sweaty Armpits the game. I'm so actually like kind of stoked that you started playing, because I've been playing and I like it a lot. I think it's hella fun. But like I know we both talked about it on a while back. We were talking about when we both tried to play Dead by Daylight, and the way that the heartbeat would go like in game is like our heartbeat would be like, hey, I need to do whatever the fuck that guy's doing, woo, and it would sync, and then we'd get like hella fucking anxiety. So how has your anxiety been with Phasmophobia? I mean, I've seen that you've played not once but twice, it looks like. So are you handling your shit, Scoob, or what?
So let's initially take a step back. I was never gonna play the game because it's spooky to me. Like I couldn't even watch streams for more than like 5 minutes, and because my anxiety would start like bubbling up, like, oh, it's going on, like we're gonna fight something, we're fighting. I'm like, no, we're just watching a stream, let's fucking go. Like, no, so I would watch you, but I would have to like tab out like very often to just like calm down, or like have you on mute and then like try and see like based on like chat contextual clues like what's exactly what's going on, or if like a mod is needed for something. So I was never gonna play it, and then you bought it for me, like, here you fucking go, just in case. I'm like, fuck,
just in case.
Yeah. And then like I said, I got gout last week's Friday, which is like what, the 23rd October.
Yeah.
So by the time Monday rolled around, I had like slept for like 2 hours. I really can't play Yakuza 0 right now. Like, I don't know how long I'll be streaming. I don't even know when I'm gonna start. I started like 2 hours late. So like, you know what? Let me ask a friend of mine, like, hey, do you feel like playing? And he was like, no, actually, he brought it up first. Like he asked me a couple times, have you played yet? Blah blah blah, because he was too scared to play by himself. And at some point, I was like, hey, do you just want to play? Like, I'll be streaming shortly, like until the pain becomes unbearable. Like, that's when I'll call it. And he said, sure. And then we streamed, and I sweat through an entire t-shirt in like 20 minutes. I had to go change. It was very, very scary. The first time was very easy. Like, nothing really happened, but it was still scary. The second hunt, I got chased, like proper chased. Like, the front door slammed in front of me, and then the ghost went, fuck you, in particular, because my friend was locked outside. So I had to run away. Apparently I hid very well. Like I remember you complimented me. but I almost had a panic attack. Like I had to like close my eyes, like take deep breaths, like like I might have to end stream right after this, you know, like it was that kind of moment. And then you and Chris came to our rescue after that hunt, and then there were 4 of us. And then it wasn't scary because you two were pretty gung-ho compared to us, so we just kind of like followed directions. You know, bring this, do that, do this, do that, and then oh yeah, that's fucking easy. And then it wasn't scary. And then I played again on Wednesday. Kind of like the similar feeling, like, hey, I don't know. Well, it was actually, hey, I'm pretty fucking tired. Let's just start stream an hour earlier and just end like after 3 hours. Like fuck it, like my foot is still killing me. I'm still tired. Let's just do that. And then my friend Paul, he was like, well, I have it in VR now. Like, do you want to play? And so we played. But that was scary, by the way. It was very scary. Also because Paul was a lot more jumpy this time around. Because he said non-VR, he wasn't really scared. So he was trying to make the game more exciting by closing doors or like trolling me and just being the chaotic force of energy that just walks away when you're not looking. You know?
Yeah.
But in VR, he was like proper scared. And what really got us was like we were in this farmhouse, a 2-story farmhouse with an attic, and we were in the attic, and we were just like, like, hey, give us a sign. And then like, okay, well, I guess like we should go back to the van and like get this item. And then the ghost goes, and I lost my shit because for me, I'd never heard that little breath.
The like,
yeah, the long ass breath in the back of your ear. It's like, it freaked me the fuck out, and it freaked Paul out too. Like we just both instantly went dead quiet and just like held shift down until we were outside. Just no words were spoken. We just book it. So I mean, I'm enjoying the game, but at the same time, I don't know how long of a shelf life it'll have for me. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I haven't played above amateur, right? But I feel like after you've done every map like a couple of times, it's just kind of like repeating the process, and you're more playing to just hang out with friends than necessarily for the gameplay, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely not skill intensive gameplay, and to be fair, there are like a fair amount of bugs still. So like sometimes you'll get into a hunt and like the temperatures are bugged, and you're just like, well, now we'll never know if it's freezing unless I see my breath, and then at that point, it's like it might be fucking too late. Hashtag. So if you're on the harder difficulties like professional, but I mean, overall, I still think it's a very fun game. It is a little rinse repeaty, but at the same time, the levels are kind of dynamic enough where, like you'll start a hunt, but then, like maybe you did that one last time or something. But however, it like the ghost shows up in a different room. So then you have different ways of like, maybe the escape route that you had planned out last time, you can't use it this time because of where the ghost, like ends up haunting that particular room. So for me, it still does have some replayability. I don't know how much longer I'll be playing, after October, because, October is the prime spooky time, kind of thing. But I definitely see what you say, that it doesn't really have much of a shelf life for you, but I personally still enjoy it. However, I feel like when I play Phasmophobia, my content is not that great because I don't get very scared. I'm like, when it's getting to the point where the hunt's happening, like I'll feel uncomfortable and then the hunt will end and I'm like, okay, whatever. And there are times, like the ghost shows up behind me and like, rather than like screaming and having like a big funny kind of reaction, I just go like, oh shit, click. And then I go back to what I was doing. So I feel like for me, my Phasmophobia content is not great because I don't have that over the top or that like visceral reaction or like that very noticeable like, oh, they're scared or they're gonna lose their shit. I'm pretty much like dead faced, and then when I die I'm just like, oh fuck, oh, and then I die and then that's it. Or it's like the ghost breathes on my neck and then I'm like, oh, and I take out my camera and I take a picture of it, and then I just go back to what I'm doing, like very calmly.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I mean,
So I don't have good content with Phasmophobia, and it sucks.
so like I'm not really a screamer. I think I've had like one proper like jump / startle. I clipped it. I think I showed it to you, and it was basically I startled, and you can definitely like see my mouse like hella move, but my actual reaction was just like, oh Jesus Christ, like that's the level I'm at. But I do get scared with like random stuff. Like someone from our community, like Burner Babe, she's very fucking gung-ho. She's brave. Like I salute her. She just died, and like her body literally died in like the door of the entrance. So we went back to like the van to get some items. I think to like get the UV light or something for like the final clue. And then on the way to like the house, I got scared of her body. Like, oh shit, oh wait, that's you. You know, that's just your dead body. Or I'll turn a corner and I'll see my shadow, and I'll just like, oh wait, that's me. You know, like that kind of very like low key reactions, but I will always like at least comment on them. If I do get scared, I'll be like, oh shit, like my own shadow just scared me. But it's not like I haven't screamed or anything of that sort.
Yeah, you haven't done the Chris
I didn't break
breaking
the sound
sound barrier fucking scream.
I didn't fucking I didn't fucking try to echolocate the fucking ghost.
Yeah, dude, that shit was so fucking hilarious, dude.
Oh,
like
dude, that scared the crap out of me when that happened, though.
I lauged really hard.
Oh, so did I. But
like I hollered.
That startled me. Like I didn't know humans could make that sound.
I think it was so high that literally the mic couldn't register it. Like it clipped into the infinite.
Yeah, probably. And it was so just like so quick, you know. It's just like, you know, but just very, very high. Just like it wasn't like a long shrill or a shriek. It was just a second.
It's so good, dude. Yeah. So like, I feel like for good Phasmophobia content, you either have to be. Another thing too is that because most of the time in which I am playing with other people, I've been playing like the longest out of the people in our supposed friend group, right? Aside from the other people that I play with my IRL friends or whatever, but they're actually higher level than I am. But I am the highest level out of everybody that, you know, we play with, like in a virtual setting. So because I'm the one that's the highest level, I essentially fund the venture. Like I'm the one with all the fucking shit. I'm the one with all the fucking shit, the gear and all that other shit. And so like I'm the one who ends up, you know, kitting out our little ghost expedition. And so because of that, I don't want to die and have us lose everything, so then we have to all start from back at the beginning. So I tend to play a little bit more conservatively when I'm playing with, you know, my virtual friends versus when I'm playing with my IRL friends. My IRL friends, like, I'll do the Burner Babe shit. Like, I'll do the fucking reckless ass shit where I'm like sitting in a room just going like, Diana, 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 because I want her to materialize and get a picture, and I'll just die for it, and that's fine because I'm not the one that's funding the venture. However, when I'm funding it, I feel like I have to not die so then we don't set back the entire team. So I tend to play a little bit more conservatively. And usually when I'm playing on stream and I'm not playing with my IRL friends, that's when I'm funding it. So then it's like, I feel like I can't be as aggressive as I want to be because I don't want to die and set everybody back.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I play conservatively because I'm a pussy. The biggest content I feel comes from like me just being like hesitant and scared, but also just a dynamic where chat bullies me and I bully me, and it's like, you know, like the kind of just like the poking fun at the streamer kind of deal, which is perfect. Like, don't get me wrong, like especially when fucking people from your chat come to me to like talk shit because I supposedly didn't invite you.
I was so mad, and then I saw
that you saw it 2 minutes later, like everybody came back to chat like, oh yeah, our bad. You right. Like
I was so mad, and I was like, you go into his chat, you call him a little bitch, and then like I realized I checked my phone and you had invited me to play Phasmophobia, and I was like, oh no, I'm a dick, I gotta go. And I did the gif where the guy goes like this, and then he feeds away into the background. He pieces out and he just disappears. Like that was me. was like,
it
oh
was
shit.
funny. Like no, like some people felt genuinely bad. But I just laughed.
Ian
Like
did.
yeah, I told her like, dude, you don't have to feel bad. Like we're just poking fun at each other. Like it's all good. Like
We bully each other literally all the time.
yeah, like it's what we do. So no, but I don't know. It's great. Like I think, like I said, ironically, so the last hunt I did was a candle run, candle only. Where,
it was better,
dude. Like when I heard about it,
so much light.
yeah, when I heard about it, like, man, this is gonna be so scary. I'm not gonna be able to see anything. And then we walked in there with candles, and that my immediate instinct was like, damn, this is way better than flashlights. I can see the entire room. Like the flashlight is fucking shitty, just little tiny spot. Like I can see clearly now. And that hunt ended up being the least scary and like most comfortable hunt out of all of them. And like I even got some courage and called out the ghost a couple of times. Like, man, I'm rocking this candle shit,
Yeah, honestly, the candle run's not difficult unless you're trying to place something and then you can't have your flashlight, on as a backup. So then you're just like in the dark, like no one's with you. And then you're just kind of like, oh, well, I'm just going to fucking spend 30 minutes trying to find out where I need to put this book down. But
yeah, I mean, like I would say probably the best strat is if you're in a group of 4, one person should have a candle. Just for that extra light, for that initial search, at least, when you're looking for the bone and stuff like that, because you can just look, like, you see the entire room pretty quickly. And yeah. This is anecdotal. I don't know if anyone in the comments can confirm or not, but your sanity doesn't really go down if you're just holding the candle.
No, it doesn't. Your sanity does not go down at all when you're holding the candle. And honestly, I think the game is built off of when the ghost attacks, depending on how long your flashlights have been on, because the ghost never attacked us when we use the
I would put it differently. When you're holding the flashlight, you're technically walking in the dark, right? Because you're not in the light, you're flashing light in front of you. But the candle is an AoE radius, so you're technically in the light, and that's probably why your sanity doesn't go down.
Yeah. Honestly, once you said candle run, I was just like, oh no. But then after doing it, like
it sounds super scary.
Better. It's better.
It's super comfy. It's like nice ambiance, like put on some music, just slow dance your way to victory. And like you said, like even in our hunt, the ghost just didn't want to fuck with us. It started turning on lights and we just turned them off. Like, no, stop it. Like, it's our candle run. Like, don't do it,
Don't ruin our time, ghost. Don't harsh my vibe.
Yeah, like
about to put on some Barry White for you.
Joe Venom, his sanity was at a 0, and we just fucked with the ghost like 10 minutes and it just didn't attack. So it's like it did not give a single fuck about us.
Yeah, she ended up not attacking until we actually brought flashlights up and put them on the ground.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it's for sure like an oversight where they probably just assumed like no one's gonna play with candles seriously, because why would you, right? Because the game, you start with a flashlight, you upgrade to a strong flashlight, you get like it's all that stuff. But it's like no, like candle's super comfortable.
Candle is honestly the unsung hero. Like the candle run was like really easy. It was actually the candle run was kind of a little bit detrimental because the ghost wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
So we like couldn't figure out what the fuck it was for a while.
True. Like I mean, like if you're looking for clothes, like candle is like the safest bet, and then you probably just if you want to like take the picture of a ghost, then you like go away from the candles.
Yeah, you definitely need to switch it up and switch over to a fucking flashlight when you're trying to just aggravate it and get a fucking picture.
Yeah,
because it did not manifest when we had the fucking and it honestly I don't think it ever did. I think we ended up it did. It did,
but it took a
long time. We brought the UV flashlight. We brought 2 other flashlights in the room just to left them on and threw them on the ground, and then we just kept saying her name over and over again, and then eventually she did materialize.
Yeah, but yeah, no, for sure. Like, so for anyone who's never tried the candle, because it's not why would you kind of deal, try it. As a super scared person, it made the game not scary. Like for that one run, like it was a little bit scary the first minute or two. Especially when you like when your teammates are suddenly gone, like, oh shit, don't leave me kind of deal.
Yeah.
But it very quickly, because it just gives off so much light. We did it in a regular house. I don't know if it translates well into like the asylum or the school or any of those bigger locations.
Dead ass hot take. I don't like asylum. It's just too big. It's too big and it's too boring and it takes 10,000 years in order to fucking find even the ghost room. I don't like Asylum. Sucks.
I've only seen it once. I know in the last patch they made a change to how temperature works. In the sense that let's say if a room is at freezing and the ghost moves away, the temperature would go back up. But now it'll stay at that freezing temperature. So maybe now like using temperature is like a more reliable way, especially if the ghost is moving around, right? Because the temperature will stay low where the ghost has passed, kind of deal. But it definitely feels like it's not fleshed out yet, right? Like I don't know, like for example, the motion sensors and the sound microphone and all those stuff. I haven't used those yet, so I don't know how useful they are. But it definitely feels like those haven't really been fully fleshed out yet to find the ghost in like a timely manner.
Yeah, no, especially not in Asylum. Asylum is just too big and it's boring.
Yeah,
I think it's boring. It takes like 10,000 minutes to find the ghost room, and I don't know. And I use. So the thing is one of the ghost tools that you can have is like the parabolic microphone, and it kind of looks like a radar dish or whatever. It's got like a very big coney dish shape. It's got a little microphone in the middle. You can have that out and kind of walk around to try to pick up on different sounds. One, I feel like it never fucking works. I used it like 3 times last night and didn't find shit. 2, it's just one of the things about it is that your flashlight, right, when you have it mounted on your shoulder and you're using it with the parabolic microphone, it creates a shadow. So you just constantly have this black orb that's like ominously floating in front of you because of that shadow. And it's super annoying. And it's fucking huge. And it takes up like most of your field of vision. So yeah, I think I'm just not going to use it anymore because it's not great.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you. It's like I haven't used it obviously because my level is too low and stuff. But like, you know how the camera sometimes like shows up as a shadow when your player doesn't, just like a floating camera.
Yep.
And that shit scares me regularly. I'm like, oh shit, fucking camera. You know, like because so I don't know. Like I feel I don't know what it is. Like scary wise, I'm fine. Like when the hunt starts, like until we find the ghost room and stuff like that, just walking around like EMF or temperature, I'm not scared. And like I only found out last stream about the 5-minute grace period. I didn't even know that was a thing. But even before that,
it is on amateur, yeah.
But I didn't know that even existed. But so in my head, you know, the ghost could come 10 seconds into the hunt. I didn't know.
Oh no.
So I was fine. And then, but every trip back to the van, I don't want to go back into the house. So like the second trip, I'm like, you know, like the first trip back to get stuff after we find the ghost room, I'm a little bit more hesitant. Like, man, I really don't want to go back, but we have to. Now, if we go back to the van again, it's usually because a hunt happened or something like that. At that point, like, well, we have 2 clues. I feel pretty good about it being a spirit. They just want to lock in spirit. You know what I mean? Like, let's fucking Sherlock Holmes the last clue, you know?
See, I typically will not Sherlock Holmes the last clue unless 2 people have died. If 2 people have died, then it's just like, for me, it's all about just ending it so we can get them back in.
True. I mean, I mean, in my case, I've mostly played with just Paul. So it's like, it's also the added fear of, if one of us if he dies, I'm all alone kind of deal. And spoiler alert, he always fucking dies. So I don't know, like, so that makes it a little bit more scarier, I guess, for me mentally, like the 2-person hunts. 4 people was not scary at all. 3 people, I think 3 people is like a nice balance. It's a shame that, you know, like with 3 people, like you should never do like the high school or the asylum because they're recommended 4 people.
It's just, well, high school you could probably do with 3 people just because high school's like a little bit smaller.
Okay.
But asylum is just fucking huge and it's fucking boring. Yeah. I don't like asylum.
But I think, like, at least for me, like on a fear factor scale for now, like I assume at some point I'll become less and less scared and so on. Like 3 is like the sweet spot of, you know, I sometimes get scared but not super scared. So it's kind of a fine line for now, where 2 is definitely like, I'm scared because like, even, you know, even if we don't die, it's like whenever the hunt starts, it's like a 50-50 technically, right? Like,
yeah,
if one of us dies.
There was one time we were playing with Chris, and we're in the room, and we're all in the room together, and we turned that. Okay, so this it was a djinn, and the djinns can't jump to you unless you don't have the whatchamacallit on the breaker in the house. So if the power is cut off to the house and the djinn can't use their teleporting ability, but the breaker is on, they can. So we couldn't get this djinn to materialize, so we were like kind of getting shitty with it, and then so we're just like, fuck it, let's turn the breaker back on or whatever, and see if he'll see, because now he's got his power back, he'll get a fucking bigger dick or whatever. So we did that, and then I guess Chris forgot that we turned the breaker back on, and so like we went and we're all hiding in this closet, like at the back of the house. It was Ridgeview, so it's the one where the living room's on the right hand side, the kitchen's on the left, and then there's a back room. The back room has an attached bathroom, and then also the on the right hand side.
Yeah,
and
okay,
and then it has
those little ass shitty closets.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not the one with the shitty closets. It has a shitty closets upstairs, but downstairs it has like that full ass big closet that goes past the bathroom, and then the bathroom's attached to like that small room on
the huge walk-in closet. Is that what you mean? Okay, yeah.
That one that's attached to the bathroom. So then we're in that house or whatever, and it was super fucking funny. We go in, and the ghost hunt starts, and the ghost I think ended up being right there in the foyer. So we're like, okay, we'll just like run over here because that's pretty close without having to like cross into the kitchen where it was in the kitchen. It was in the kitchen. So none of us wanted to run into the kitchen because you got to get to the other rooms because you would die. Yeah. So we're like, okay, we're all going to run back up here. So then we all run back there, and we all run to the very last room. And I guess Chris like forgot that we turned on the breaker, and she's like talking. And then it dead ass just teleports to her and fucking kills her. And she's just like, no! You just hear her like
fucking ghost no. literally went, "Omae wa mou shindeiru."
Exactly. It like fucking found her because she was talking, and it just teleported. But it teleported into the room with us, and so like as like I hear her like her character like like convulsing because it's dying, or like I hear her screaming, "No!" I like pan up with my camera, take a picture, and then just look back down.
Yeah,
gotta get that ghost pic.
It's the same thing as when we played, right? Like when Paul died in the other room. Like his dying words, because they were fading out, because he used to be killed. Like, please got a picture.
Oh, and now it seems like they fixed it where if you die taking a ghost picture, it still counts.
Oh, I didn't know it was an issue. Like
it was an issue before, yeah. If you died while taking a ghost picture, it didn't count your book.
Well, I mean, it counted it for us, so I guess maybe he just took that. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, in general, like it's so when I say like shelf life. It's because it's a game made by like 2 people, right? Mm-hmm. So it's already impressive what they've done. Hats off to that. But it's not going to get frequent updates. Like it's not going to be like a new map and a new ghost every month. Blah blah. You know what I mean? It's probably going to be minor patches and then updates every 3 to 6 months. It'll get a major update.
I mean, they got a Halloween update.
Sure, but it didn't really add anything to the game other than aesthetics in your hub.
That's not true.
Okay, well, what did they add?
They added, I believe, another ghost, and it's one that crawls on the ground.
Oh, fuck the Grudge.
You're like,
I don't like the Grudge. The Grudge is scary. No, but you know what I mean. So like, it's more so a game. I think that even if I stop playing it, like I don't know, like next week or something, I might like revisit it like 6 or 9 months down the road, stuff like that. Like, hey, let's see what they've done to the game in all this time. But also, I feel like it was kind of an overnight commercial success out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So maybe it's at a point where they can actually hire more developers or something.
I think they did hire one other person now.
I mean, it doesn't mean that much, unfortunately.
At the same time, you're quadrupling your team size.
Almost, yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna stream it tonight at least, with you, and I'm gonna see when I can set up VR for it, because I at least want to experience the VR, hopefully sooner rather than later, like while I'm still a pussy, right? So for the more I mean, like, because I think that's better content. Like you said, like I think
It's
a
better
lot better.
content when you actually get scared. If you're like me and you don't visibly show that you're scared, and I want to say like after the first time I played, I don't really get scared anymore. I'm just kind of like, oh, and I get like startled for the most part. But like I don't go to bed being like, or like I don't like gets like dying's not that big of a deal for me. I'm kind of like whatever. It is when I'm funding the venture, then I feel like I have to not die so that I don't fuck over all my friends. But yeah, for me, I you know, it's, I don't find the game scary. I find it enjoyable, and like the being startled periodically is just like you know, kind of thing. But for me, how I get most of my rocks, I guess, is like being of like a goddamn detective and like figuring out like, you know, is he here? Oh no, he's in this room. Oh wait, no, we discovered this clue. It's like I like puzzle games. So in this game it's just one big puzzle game except it has ghosts. So it's like it was gonna appeal to me. So
Yeah, like I mean, for me, I haven't died yet. You know, knock on wood. So that's also like the little part of anxiety of like I don't know what to fully expect, etc. I mean, I know what it looks like, but it's different when it happens to you, right?
oh yeah, and you get a different dying screen. So sometimes you're like in hell and there's like a bunch of like disembodied torsos that are like undulating, and then there are times
Well,
where
I guess I mean specifically more like I know there's a heartbeat when the ghost is very close to you when it's like hunting you. I haven't heard that yet either. So I don't know what I don't know what that's gonna do to my anxiety and like my scared factor.
It's gonna fuck you up. I'm sorry, friend.
So that's also kind of why I want to do VR ASAP, because I think even if I don't have an audible reaction, you can it's more easy to tell based on my head movements, right? Like if I suddenly like if I suddenly go like, oh shit, and you see me pan towards a fucking lamp, like you know that lamp scared me, you know? Like I don't have to audibly say it. And then it's like point towards streamer, he got scared by a lamp, you know? But so like but I don't have VR. Paul does. So we just kind of have to like hook up and have him come over and like set it up and then have me borrow it for like a stream or two. Probably one stream, because you can't play the game sitting down because you have to crouch manually.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah. So like he basically said, because you know crouching is faster and you have to do a lot of stuff while crouching. He just basically did like squats for 2 hours while you played, you know?
Yeah, you do walk faster while crouching.
Not in VR. We actually tested that. In VR, you just walk normally. Like you have one speed, and that speed is fucking go, basically.
Wow. All right, interesting.
Yeah, but no, like the VR is very well done. From what I like, it's pretty much 1-to-1 tracking, and it's really cool looking. Like I'm pleasantly surprised, you know, by a 2-man team that they managed to pull that off, kind of deal. But yeah, DR, I definitely still get scared, but less so with each hunt, I think, because you know I'm understanding more of the game and the mechanics and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what comes with every game. You slowly understand the mechanics more, and then it gets easier, hopefully, unless you're bad.
Yeah, I mean, because it's like, you know, especially the first hunt, for example, it took us like 10 minutes to find the ghost, but now it's like, okay, I'm taking this, you take that, and you just methodically go room to room, you know. And obviously, you know, then when you guys joined in, that upped it like another like 8 levels, where it was just a lot more efficient and so on. But yeah, it's a cute little game. It's fun. I wouldn't necessarily call it a horror game though. I mean, it is, but it's not like Amnesia or something like that. That's just always scary. Excuse me. This is just more like an anxiety game, you know, like you feel anxious, you feel like a little bit unnerved, and you're kind of like always like on your toes a little bit more so than proper horror, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think it's, I don't know. Like I said, I don't find it too scary anymore. Like I said, the first time I played it, I was like, I don't know what to expect, kind of thing. But now I'm kind of like, this is fun.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Especially, I don't know.
There are times where like I love it when like you're just chilling and then all of a sudden the ghost just materializes and it's like sup, and you're like, oh fuck, and you gotta like get your camera out and shit. Like, I don't know. I live for that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think what'll make the game thrive for sure is if it becomes moddable, if people can like make their own maps and their own ghosts and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, like because I mean, I think the biggest detriment the game has is the clues. Like, it's very easy to like rule out stuff. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if you bring the spirit box and the ghost writing book, you can pretty much like it's gonna be either none of them, both, or but like, you have to do the same thing for both of them, right? So it's like two birds with one stone kind of deal.
Yeah.
In the same way with like temperature, if it if it doesn't dip below like 10, like, you know, it's never going to be freezing. So fuck it, right? You bring the EMF, you don't have to hold it anymore. You just throw it on the ground, yeet it, you know, and if it beeps, it beeps, you know. So it's that kind of stuff.
I mean, it still beeps no matter what level it's at, so you do have to be looking at it.
Sure, but you don't have to hold it, right? Like, you don't have to, you know, stuff like that. And I think the clues need to be more specific, right? Like, for example, certain ghosts will make the temperature go below freezing, and others will make it exactly freezing. You know, so like just little variations like that, I think would go a long way with like identifying
its longevity.
Yeah, because it's like right now it's for every clue, it either is or it isn't, right? Like, there is no middle ground. You know, like for example, with like the spirit box, maybe you need to hear a specific word for it to count. You know, maybe you need to identify if it's a child or an adult, like stuff like that. Like, I think would add a lot more to it, because now it's just like throw the fucker on the ground. The moment you hear something, whatever it is, like, oh, you got it, that's the clue, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, it is made by two people, and
no,
so
of
they
course,
probably do want it to be like really cut and dry, here kind of thing. So that makes it like, you know, there's less. Then again, there are times where like I thought that I got something and it ended up being wrong. So
yeah, I mean, I definitely feel
wrong.
you, but
I was wrong last night on one of them.
I don't know. I just think in general, right? Like, that'll help the game over time, right? If you need to be more specific with like the clues, because you can just rule a lot of stuff out. Because like the moment you have two clues, it's like narrowed down to like 2 or 3 ghosts already.
Yeah.
So, you know, at that point, you can also, like, if you don't want to guesstimate, you can start making good guesses, like based on like, oh well, it won't beat this, so you know, like because like for example, sometimes the third clue will be like freezing temps, ghost orbs, or the book, but it's like, well, the temperature never dipped below 10 degrees Celsius, so it's not going to be freezing, so it's not that ghost by default, you know.
Yeah,
just like little things like that, I think. But you know, they're working on it, hopefully.
I mean,
alternatively, they just got the money and like, oh, we're done later. You know, we out. But I think they're working on it.
Yeah, I think so too.
So it's good shit.
Yeah. Speaking of, do you have any speaking of spooky times, do you have any Halloween plans? I know that Halloween isn't really a thing over there, right?
It absolutely is not. It might be a thing in like small villages over here, but also only because like America sensationalized it. We never had Halloween. It's not like a holiday here. My plans are to, because I mean, it's gonna be Halloween officially when I start streaming. Plan is to stream. that's about it. But like no costume, no dressing up, no spooky vibes, no nothing. What about you?
So I've revealed that I have a niece, and my niece is like 10 months old as of yesterday. So for her Halloween experience, we're all going to dress up in costumes at home, and then we're going to basically hide behind different doors, and then she's going to knock on them, and then we're going to give her candy to, like, you know, create the idea of Halloween. We also heard that there are a fair amount of people in my neighborhood that will be still trick-or-treating, and so we're planning on building like a treat slide, so then we don't actually have to like interact with them. We'll make like basically a 6-foot or, you know, even 8-foot treat slide, and we just slide them the treats, and then they don't come into our house or, you know, knock on our doorbell, and we don't interact with them. So that's what we are planning on doing. But mostly I'm excited for, you know, my niece's first Halloween. I'm gonna make her a little costume that I need to start working on. But I think it'll be really cute, and I think she'll have a nice time.
Yeah, I mean, she won't ever remember it, but I assume you guys will take pictures and stuff. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. She'll get tons of pictures, but she's going to be Remy from Ratatouille, and I know Remy's a boy, but also fuck you, gender doesn't mean anything.
But also, she's a baby. Who cares?
Yeah, and then so we're gonna make her Remy, the rat from Ratatouille, because her dad looks exactly like motherfucking Linguini, and my sister can very easily pull off like a hot French chick. So we're just gonna put a wig on her, and she'll be Colette.
For a second, I thought you were gonna say that, you know, her dad looks exactly like a fucking rat, but you know,
that too, you little mousy looking bitch. Just kidding.
So I mean, let's just hope she doesn't get scared, right? Like, because you know, babies, do they have object permanence at 10 months? They don't, right? So it's like she might not like recognize people and just freak out.
Oh no, she definitely doesn't recognize people, because there was one time where I did a cosplay stream, and so I dressed up in cosplay like for stream, and then I was like, yeah, cosplay stream, and then she did not recognize me, and she started crying as soon as she saw me, and all I did was did my makeup differently, and then I wore my Pharaoh wig, and I wasn't wearing glasses, and she like cried.
Yeah, to this, yeah. So it's like, let's hope that doesn't happen, you know, too much, because it's like it's just sad times when like babies cry, you know.
Yeah. So I mean, the only person that'll look kind of different is my sister, because she'll be wearing like a wig, but like my other sister Grimora, she will be coming over as well, and we are going to be the twins from The Shining. But we're going to look exactly. We're not going to do anything to, you know, our faces other than not wear glasses and stuff, and so it'll just be the two of us, and we're just going to hold hands and say "play with us forever."
Yeah,
a good time.
What are you doing a look for stream?
Ideally that's the plan. I would love to do a look. I actually have like some looks that were redeemed that I need to do. I have a pop art look that I need to do for Madrid, which is what I was planning on doing potentially for today. And then I also have to do a man makeup, which I also have kind of want to do too. So, but I think since today's the community day, if you don't know anybody on this podcast, but every Friday, the last Friday of the month, I do a community day. And so I basically spend that day and I play games specifically with my viewers and subs and followers. So since it's community day, kind of like either or. I mean, I could really do, you know, what I have planned for pop art or what I have planned for my man makeup. But then I also have planned, someone asked for me to do the other mother. I think Ariel did, from Coraline.
My suggestion would be whatever is easiest / long, like most comfortable to wear for a long time, right? Because we're also gonna be playing before you go live, so you won't really have time to like get ready right before stream, right? Like
That's what I'm also worried about. That's why I'm worried. Like maybe I should just do something like basic.
Yeah, because you know, you're probably going to be playing for like 8 hours total if you include Phasmophobia and stuff, maybe even longer, who knows, right? So so you don't want something that's going to like irritate your skin or be uncomfortable to wear, or you know, like ideally no contacts, I would say. But
okay, then that means none of these looks will work.
Oh,
so if
well,
so, then I can't wear anything.
Well, I mean, I was like, that's more your judgment. I just know that you have a tendency to dry your eyes out
because contacts. I stopped blinking.
Yeah, and especially with Among Us, it's gonna be like, who's that color? Who went there? You know, you're just gonna hyper focus on keeping track of everybody.
Yeah.
So, but who knows, right? Like it might work out, but or I guess at some point maybe just switch from contacts to glasses after X amount of hours. Like, hey, people have seen the look.
Yeah, like BRB, you got to take out these contacts.
Yeah, like you've seen the look. It's all good. I'm gonna make myself more comfortable now, kind of situation.
Yeah, that's a vibe. So yeah, yeah, I'll probably, out of all the ones that I can quickly execute on and then be able to wear glasses, I have 2.
That's fair. I mean, 1 is all you need.
This is true. 1 is all you need.
Speaking about looks, how do you feel about like VTubers, and like have you ever considered it, or if you were to start streaming, like let's say now, and it was within your budget, because rigging a VTuber is pretty fucking expensive, would you like prefer that over like camera, or just give me your thoughts and opinions about VTubers in general, I guess?
So for me, I wouldn't necessarily use a VTuber just because it's like a lot of my, I guess, like artistic expression comes from the fact that I can do my makeup, I guess. I wouldn't even say I'm that great at makeup, but I mean, that's one way, like, I don't know, I get kind of excited for stream in some ways or in others. But I can see why people use them because they're cute and they're an easy way to kind of create a mascot. And then that way you're able to kind of easily create a persona, or you're also easier to create merchandise because you have like a mascot. I guess I essentially have a mascot, but it's literally dead ass me. So, but in like full body paint. I guess my mascot is like that, you know, like that devil lady.
Yeah, devil impu.
Yeah, devil me is essentially my quote unquote mascot, but it's still dead ass me. It's just me wearing makeup. So I can see why people use them though, because they're very cute and like if they're rigged properly, they work really well. But would I personally use them? No. One, because I don't want to pay for it. Two, because I feel like my voice is also incredibly deep for a woman. So and even then I use that term very loosely. My voice is kind of deep, and so I don't necessarily, like, for me, I feel like seeing my face and seeing me like gives my voice like more depth because you know who I am. If you just heard my voice, like, maybe, you know, like if you dead ass just stumbled upon this podcast, you don't know what the fuck I look like, and you hear my voice, you probably don't like it, in my opinion.
I mean, I don't think people didn't like the voice of one or two people on the podcast. They're not going to listen to it for over an hour, you know, because I don't know. Like, I think if people didn't know your voice and you were like a VTuber from day one, you would probably have to like. I don't think your voice is that deep, but you do. But you could easily like adopt the Ara persona, just like be like the elderly sister or mom, just like talking like a little bit of a huskier voice.
I guess, but at the same time, it's just like that's also hard for me because like I'm a very like brash and like obnoxiously talking person, and I say like really fucking dirty ass things sometimes, and like hearing that from somebody who has the Ara persona might be fucking immersion breaking.
Or it might be their fetish.
That's true. Maybe she maybe she is very much like put your head in my lap and let me smother you with my gigantic fucking tits, and then
there you go.
Maybe that's the thing. I don't know.
Just some giant milkers.
Write in the comments below if that's your fetish. We want to know.
And if it is, leave a like while you're at it, because why not?
We found you.
We got you. Yeah. No, I agree. Like I think being a VTuber, it's very. I mean, I say it's very expensive. I think to like commission an artist and like rig it, well, you're out like $500 to $700.
Yep.
Which is, you know, pretty expensive for now. But at the same time, it's not like you have to like make a new avatar every month, right? Like you're probably set for like the next 5 to 10 years of streaming if you do it.
For sure.
But yeah, I can definitely see like the advantages of like, well, you technically don't even have to like put on clothes. You can just sit there in your pajamas with like your bed head, you know, like no makeup, no nothing. And you know, like it definitely like I think you know, like other than the privacy thing, assuming you don't model it directly after yourself, I think it helps a lot of people get into a certain persona, right? To be able to say stuff they maybe wouldn't normally say because they're too shy or it just doesn't fit who they are, you know? Like their inner voice is lewd as fuck, but they don't want to like be that person. But if you put like an anime avatar that doesn't look like them, it's like fine, you know, kind of deal.
Yeah, it's the same thing where like, you know, when you have the anonymity of the internet, everybody becomes a piece of shit.
Yeah, because there's no
now that you're a fucking VTuber, you can be the fucking filthy degen you always wanted to be because you don't have your name to put towards it. Meanwhile, me, authentically degen. Just saying, if you're horny
on main.
If you're horny, and you want to ride it, the pony, come to my stream.
Accurate. No, it's true, but I don't know. I mean, guy VTubers aren't nearly as popular. I don't know why that is.
Because everybody likes boobies.
Sure.
Everybody likes boobies. There is not one person that is just like, you know what, I will have my pizza without boobies. Like no one does that.
Sure, but I don't know, like, because I feel to generalize and make sweeping statements for a second, there are plenty of guys who might not look good on camera, but they have like a very nice voice, like me. But you know,
what the fuck?
But you get what I mean, right? Like that a voice is just probably their most attractive quality.
Yeah, and then that way they can, you know, have a cute little anime boy, but like,
yeah, or a handsome man or whatever, right? But like that would be a good fit. But you don't see them as often. I don't know if it's because they just don't do as well, or a lot of guys don't have like a good voice or don't feel good about their voice, or I don't know what it is, but you know, like 9 out of 10 are just girl VTubers.
For me, what I've noticed mostly as VTubers, who they are mostly people that have commissioned like a anthropomorphic version of themselves. Like they are, I mean, no tea, no shade, no hurtful comments or whatever, but they're typically like people that have like a fursona. And so their VTuber personality is their fursona. And so they have that as like their VTuber thing. And that's what I've noticed the most.
Interesting. So as far as I know, Hololive is like the biggest VTuber market, which is a Japanese agency. And they literally like you have to audition, become a VTuber for them. So like a lot of the VTubers they have, they're like former idols or have, you know, or almost idols. So like they have like most of them can like sing and or dance. Like I think one of them is like top 10 Tetris player in the world as well, just randomly. Like, you know, they have more, you know, they have actual skills. Like they have acting skills and applicable skills. And I think, like you said, like a lot of them are like personas, like, you know, like cat girls or dog girls, stuff like that. But I think it's probably because they did the market research and they're like, oh, this avatar goes very well with this type of person, you know, so let's just create that and hype it up, because as an agency we can do it, right?
I mean, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But also, if you're happening to listening to this podcast and you know a little bit more about VTubers and you want to fucking comment below, like, do it, because I'm genuinely, I think it's fascinating. I think it's a very interesting subject, and I would love to be educated on it.
Yeah, I think it's very fascinating as well. I mean, I don't really watch VTubers. I watch clips here and there on YouTube, but I've not jumped into that rabbit hole. I guess the only thing I don't like, which is maybe a little bit ironic, is like when people, like established streamers that you know what they look like and have been streaming for years, suddenly make like a VTuber avatar. It's like,
why?
Especially of themselves. It's like, why? Like, you know, at that point it's just like,
why? Yeah.
The pessimistic side of me just feels like you just want to cash in on the new VTuber hype, but you're already established. So like, why do you have to go in that market? You know?
Yeah. I honestly, I can't say I've seen that. And if I saw that, I probably would be mildly annoyed.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know if she's done it since or how often she does it, but I know Pokimane did it, and that kind of like blew up the whole VTuber thing, like towards to more the normies, quote unquote, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of people got upset because of that, because like, well, you're already established streamer, you're now taking a pie out of the VTuber market, even though you have your own thing, you know, you're a well-established streamer and YouTuber. Like, why are you doing this, right? But
yeah,
but I think the VTuber community itself didn't mind, so it's fine. Like, and I also don't, you know, it doesn't piss me off, but it feels like a little bit unnecessary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like, you know, I mean, as shitty as this sounds, but it's just like, look, you're already established, you're already doing well, and like, there's probably a lot of YouTubers out there that aren't, you know, that would like to do well, and it's just like, I see what you're saying, that it's very much taking a slice of their pie. It's very much just being kind of like a cash grab. And yeah, it's just kind of, you don't need to fucking do that. Also, it's kind of like if you're not planning on actually using it, why waste the money? But I mean, I don't know. Maybe she got fucking hella boku bucks.
I mean, she does have hella bucks, so I wouldn't worry about that. Like, like she
can't relate. Haha.
Like I don't know. She's a top 20 streamer on Twitch, I think, but she also has just a lot of money because she does well on Instagram. She does well on YouTube. She does well on Twitter. Like she's monetized out of the ass everywhere.
Dang.
Smart, like diversify. Diversify your portfolio. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, kind of deal.
Yeah, no, I agree.
She's like I have nothing against her. Like she's an amazing businesswoman and is smart and is a good streamer. All that good shit. But it's just like it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way when she announced her VTuber thing. But yeah, so definitely like leave a comment. More, or if we're just wrong, if we're just factually wrong about a lot of stuff, like I don't know, like maybe the fucking market crashed and you can get an avatar for like $25 now. I don't fucking know, right?
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't think I would ever do it. Like I consider doing it as like a joke. Like I should make like a cute anime girl avatar and just have my voice. Like that'd be funny for like a stream, right?
But at the same time, why are you gonna spend fucking $400, $500?
No, exactly. Like like if it was like free or like $10-$20, I would do it for like one stream just for the joke. But when I found out how expensive it was, like no thanks. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
very, very good. Yeah, no, it's exactly that. But I think with that said, even though I think we talked like about Phasmophobia for like 45 minutes or something. It was a long ass time, my dude.
Yeah, and then we went deep lore into the VTubers, but
yeah, I think it's time we wrap it up for this week at least.
All right, well, another episode of the Nifty Cauldron, episode 11, 2 dicks.
2 dicks in the bank.
In the can. There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm your host Milan, signing off, and this is once again my lovely co-host
Kelly. And if you've liked this content, or if you fucking hated this content, you want us to fucking die, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like. Don't forget to click that bell. Don't forget to protect your pussy from the fucking Twitch DMCAs.
Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot we talked about that. And again, pee after sex, salt your pasta.
Yeah, pee after sex, salt your pasta, and blockade your butthole unless you want someone to be inside it. Then don't. All right. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks everybody for coming. Appreciate you. Anime pussy. Good night.
Yeah. We'll see you next week. Later.